Okay, guys, so one of the most critical aspects of the bodybuilding, of putting together a good shape, is food, meals, nutrition, whatever you want to call it. So let's talk about what I have to eat right now in this like bulking phase or whatever this phase is, and what we're gonna eat getting closer to the prep.
Okay. The most important thing is to have some consistency in your meal, so we know how to make adjustment. That's the last part before you start dieting. Like early stage of bulking, it doesn't matter to track too much what you eat. But like as you're gonna shift into dieting, that's when you need to know what's the plan, so you can make changes. It's gonna affect if you're losing more or less body fat. That's like the phase between bulking to dieting, right? To dieting down, to shred down. At this point right now, what we want is to build up your appetite. So to do that, we need to not force food down. We need to push the intensity in the gym, which is going to make you hungrier and slowly add calories naturally. Mm-hmm. As you see right now, you're leaning out because you're pushing in the gym and you're eating, but
Right now, I eat only when I'm hungry.
Exactly.
Like
yeah, and since so what drives the whole process is you pushing in the gym. So as you push it in the gym, you're hungrier, so you start eating more food, but then you have more energy, so you push it even more in the gym the next time. So then you keep burning more body fat. So that's why you're still leaning out. You're gonna reach to a point where you give your all maximum intensity in every workout, and this is about the amount of food. Then that's when you're gonna be able to start gaining weight, because you're gonna be starting to eat, a little more than what you need to get the maximum intensity in the gym. So that's what we're trying to aim for. Within this month, is to get you to that point where you start eating enough, where you can start putting body fat on. That's why we're trying to get there. So right now we want you to enjoy your food. We want you to eat, of course, protein every meal. But a lot of people eat too much protein, and when you're bulking especially, you want to try to drop your protein intake a little bit and try to get more carbs.
I used to make this mistake before.
Yeah.
I was concentrating on the protein, like you say, and neglecting carbs.
Yeah.
Now I know that I have to take 200 grams of protein, and then I just eat carbs every meal basically, except of maybe last one before I go to bed.
That's fine. That depends also on your body
Oats,
type,
I like oats for the breakfast, and then I take a couple of meals with rice during the day, and then last meal might be with no protein whatsoever. Plus
no
shape.
Carbs.
No carbs, yeah.
Because you said no protein.
Yeah, no carbs. So it comes down to 30 or 40 grams of protein with the eggs in the morning, then 60 with meat, red meat or maybe chicken, 2 meals during the day, and then big piece of fish as a last meal right now, which might have. So it's about 200 or even 200 plus grams of protein. And carbs, it's hard to say, I don't know. But generally I think total amount of calories right now, it's like me at the zero balance, not gaining, not shredding. With the everyday trainings, it's like 3,500 calories a day maybe. Without pushing myself, that's kind of what I need.
Yeah.
And I don't eat a lot of junk food. Like when I'm trying to bulk, then I know that there is just no way me getting in this calorie deficit without junk food.
Yeah.
It's like eating clean and making it to 5k calories.
Yeah.
My natural appetite is very low, so I just can't do it.
Yeah. What we're trying to get right now is you need a certain amount of fat, with you already getting from the protein and with your meat and your fish and all that. The protein per meal, when you're trying to bulk, let's say me when I'm dieting down, I try to have 8 ounces of protein per meal, which equals about 40 grams of protein. When I say 8 ounces of protein, it's 8 ounces of meat, which equals about 40 grams of protein usually. When I'm dieting, let's say I eat 8 ounces of protein, of meat or fish per meal. When I'm bulking, I cut it down to 6 ounces, because I'm gonna get some trace amount of protein from the carbs.
When you're bulking, you're going lower on the protein.
Yeah, slightly lower. And the reason being is because when I'm eating a lot of carbs, there's also trace amounts of protein in the carbs usually. Yeah, so this is going to compensate what I'm missing from those 2 ounces.
Yeah.
And the other reason why is because we don't need that much protein. We need a certain amount of protein to build the tissue, but then we need the rest to like get energy, and so your body will be more efficient, like the fats for the hormones and all that stuff. And
Even cholesterol?
yeah, you
Talk
need
about
some
fats, you know,
cholesterol.
people afraid of cholesterol.
But there's good and bad cholesterol, and it's also like your body how it manages it. But you need some cholesterol. That's how you produce testosterone.
Isn't it enough what we have from red meat?
Yeah, usually it
From
is.
steaks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
It's
saying.
not like you have to eat like 10 egg yolks every breakfast, right?
No.
Usually I get like 8 eggs with 2 yolks.
Two, yeah, you can eat 2 to 4 yolks a day. That depends on how fast you get cholesterol to get your blood test done.
Every day I try to take at least 10 capsules of omega-3.
Yeah,
How important is this?
it's good. It helps. If you have a high cholesterol, you can also take niacin. Niacin gets you that flush, Niacin it helps to like bring down your cholesterol. It's a natural like supplements that really help. And
Speak French?
no. Yeah, so why we don't want to eat too much protein too is because we're trying to get an extra amount of calories during the day, right? That's so we can be bulking, adding body fat and like weights in general. And so when you eat protein, about 25% of the energy that's contained in the protein is burned through the digestion. It takes a lot of work for your body to digest protein. So we're trying to get just enough protein that that we need for the body to create new tissue, but not too much. So we sacrifice other calories that would be easier to digest, and that would help like get our weight up overall. So that's one of the
That's
two
why
things.
you increase, you bump up carbs and
Yeah,
lower.
and drop my protein slightly. Because I'm going to still get the same amount of protein in the day, like I said before, because I have more protein in the carbs. There's some trace
But
amount
these
of protein.
calories are more effective for your muscles as far as
More efficient.
filling them out with the glycogen.
Yeah, and also like for digestion. Because when you're trying to
Easier to
bulk, if you have a
digest.
hard time to eat a lot, digestion is going to be really, really important.
What are the favorite sources of the protein, carbs, and fats for Stanimal?
For me, I like ground meat, usually ground beef, just because when it's grounded, it's easier to digest. It's already pre-cut if you want. So I do a lot of ground beef. I like salmon a lot too. So usually fish is pretty easy to digest, and then eggs are easy to digest too. So usually that's the 3 main thing. When I diet down, I also do ground turkey usually. And then as far as
Carbs, favorite carbs.
white rice is my favorite.
Yeah. Let's say a few words about this brown rice, so-called the only healthy option rice that you can have.
I don't
It's
believe
bullshit,
it.
right?
Yeah, I'm not.
It's very hard to eat it. I don't know. It just tastes like scrappy, and it's not like you benefit from rice being brown that much that you have to suffer from stuffing it into your.
I don't think it works really for men, especially. I think like those low glycemic index carbs like brown rice and other things like that. It's more beneficial for women than men. Men, we need like the carbs that hit you. Me, like if I can eat a lot of brown rice, I'm never gonna fill up the muscle. The muscle is gonna stay flat. It's gonna be
Brown
used,
rice?
Yeah. I'm gonna use the energy from the brown rice for my brain for like doing slow, but my muscle not gonna fill up from it. It's too slow.
Yeah, you need.
You need
Men
something
need
that-
faster carbs.
Yeah. I believe from my
Because
experience.
metabolism is higher in most of the cases.
Even I diet with white rice. But I have a fast metabolism too. But I diet with white rice. I even have toast and jelly with my diet. So
0 carbs, Joe.
0 carbs. No, it's not 0
Real
carbs.
one?
Real carbs.
No,
Real
there is
jelly.
out there.
Sugar
free?
jelly. No, real
Sugar containing
Yeah.
jelly. Like on the dieting,
But mama-
like on prepping phase.
Yeah, for the Olympia, every day I had 4 toasts of jelly.
For the
with jelly.
Olympia?
Yeah. Every day. My breakfast was
Lucky
4
man.
toasts with jelly. And I was eating a
People are
burger and
different.
fries every day. So, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to work for everybody, but there's general rules that not necessarily apply for yourself. If you can diet down on white rice and jelly, and the most important thing is still like enjoy the food you're eating. So, you don't have to like
That's
sacrifice
a good
things
point.
just to
Because
sacrifice.
people when they start dieting, they go crazy and they hate the process. They want to
Yeah.
kill themselves. You gotta try to find the products, nutrition sources that you can actually eat.
Yeah, and that's one thing too. Like I eat white rice because white rice I digest it super well. But if every time you eat white rice, you feel bloated, and like I know a lot of people eat potatoes. If I eat more than 8 ounces of potato a day, I start to feel bloated. That's just me. So I can't do too much potatoes. Then it's just gonna block my next meal. I'm not gonna be hungry for the next meal because I'm gonna feel all like, stuffed, and that doesn't work for me. So you have to like take notes of what you eat. You're like, oh, I feel good when I eat white rice. I feel good when I eat this.
I feel good when I eat yams.
So you can
Easy
eat yams,
digesting.
Yeah, I like sweet potatoes. Even better than yams.
I don't know the difference. I thought it's the same
Sweet
thing.
potatoes is the yellow one, more yellow.
Colors, just different sorts. So let's get back to your top 3 carb sauces.
White rice, sweet potato, and I would say toast recently, last year.
Bread?
Ezekiel bread, yeah.
Okay. So how much you can eat during the day?
Oh, I eat a lot. So when I'm bulking, I have, when bulking, I do pasta a lot too. Pasta is a little more dense, has a little more carbs per grams than rice. So it's a little easier to get more carbs with the pasta. And then when I do pasta, and I add like tomato sauce and other things like that. I like. Seriously? What a piece of shit. I like to add pasta to bulk. Fruits are good too.
Yeah, let's talk about fruits. So for carbs, we had rice, sweet potatoes, and toasts.
Toast or
and
pasta if I'm
pasta.
bulking. I like pasta.
Okay. And fruits. Some people say that fruits are not being consumed by our bodies as a glycogen source.
Yeah, it's different.
So why do we need to still eat fruits?
Hey, just for the vitamins, for the digestion.
For the digestion, right?
For me, I love apple. If I eat apple after my meal, I feel much better.
Yeah, it's kind of like flushes through.
I don't know the science. I don't want to say anything
leftovers.
stupid. Yeah, I just feel good after work. After a good meal, if I eat an apple, I just feel much better.
Mike told me that he eats a lot of fruits before he goes to bed. His last meal is just a bowl of fruits. And I kind of tried that and I liked it.
Yeah.
This flushing thing, I don't know, it just works better. I just feel better. I can have like 1 pound of grapes before I go to bed.
And then
although grapes, they're pretty high calories.
Yeah, but
still,
depends what phase you are. And if you're trying to bulk, there's no problem in eating a lot before you go to bed. Even like we were talking before about junk food. So if you're gonna have fast food and things like that, it's better to have them post-workout and before bed. Because if you start having them during the day at other times, usually it can also mess up your appetite. Like if you're hungry, you eat a lot, and then you like stuff for a while, and 2 hours later, 3 hours later, when you're supposed to eat again, you still don't feel really hungry.
You don't get enough. Like your daily intake is suffering.
So you feel, oh yeah, I'm getting this meal, but then actually all your other meals are suffering. So I like to do that before bed or post-workout, because post-workout your body process faster. So.
Okay, those are the basic things. Let's get back to me and what we're gonna do with me. So right now we're growing my appetite, natural thing. And next month when I get back, when we start upper the intensity, upper, you know what I mean? What's gonna happen with meals?
We're gonna start like pushing food down a little more. We're gonna make sure you eat like 5-6 times a day. You're eating 4 times right now, you said?
4 plus a shake.
Yeah, I want to get at least 5 solid meals next month.
It's not going to be a problem adding extra.
I don't want to be like too much, but I need to step up for sure from what we're doing right now.
I'm going to tell you when it's too much, because I hate eating.
Well, we're not going to get into numbers, so you don't get like stuck in your head, oh, I have to eat that. But I want you to, push the food. We'll get to that, but I want you to push the food slightly. Like when you start to feel like you're, like right now, when you feel you're not hungry anymore, you just like stop, right? Next month, I want to like push a little more. Like keep eating a little more carbs.
What about digesting?
Like probiotics and stuff?
Probiotics, yeah.
That's something you can do. Depends on your sensitivity. It's something you can do like per, how do you call it? Phases. Like, but that wouldn't be next month. That would be either now or the months after. You want to prepare your body to be healthy, to absorb the extra food when you get down there. But I don't think you really need it now because you took a break. And now you're eating slowly. So I would do more of like probiotics and stuff like that the months after next month, so in 2 months. Okay. And but right now, next month you can use like the digestive enzymes, apple cider vinegar, that kind of things to help like really digest well what you're eating.
People like hearing numbers.
Well, we're trying to get 5 meals, so that's going to be like an extra one. And then if you need to get like about 5,000 calories a day means we need to get 1,000 calories per meal.
So that's all for now. Stanimal, it was a nutrition part. If you guys still have some questions left, leave them in the comments below, and we'll film another video about nutrition.
Well, we'll get more specific too. Like right now, we're just starting working together. Like I said, I want to let him like build his appetite up, and then so I want you also to take notes how much you're eating and things like that, just so I know next month how much we need to up to make a significant improvement. So that's why right now you kind of playing with it. So next month we know what carbs work for you. Apparently you already know, you have a good idea anyway.
That's what most of the training gurus do actually. They tell you what to eat, whether you like it or not, whether you digest it or not. They just give you the plan. Okay, these are the products that you should take, but it's not the way.
No,
it's not the most effective.
I mean, myself, I work with Chris Acedo. Like even for the Olympia, like he was like, oh, when we were carving up, he was telling me, oh, eat some potatoes. He was like 12 ounces. I was like, Chris, I know if I eat more than 8 ounces of potato, I just feel bloated, so I won't be good. And he was like, oh, okay, have instead, I think, cream of rice instead. But yeah, so that's the kind of feedback you need to give to your coach. Sometimes coaches tell you, oh, eat this or that. Some people are like a little picky, so they just, oh, I don't eat this, I don't eat that. So you have to find the right,
right balance. You don't go overboard with your like selections. And
if you
so it's not about you not liking it; it's about you not digesting it well. So we talk about
that's
this,
the most
right?
important thing. But also, if you really don't enjoy it, it's going to be harder to eat it, right? So if you're dieting, you have to learn how to enjoy the process. So if it's always dragging, you probably can find something better.
Yeah.
There's enough food on earth to like find something that works and that would benefit you just as much, but that you would enjoy, or like put some seasoning on it or something.
That's what we call slazhny put in Russian language. It's like slazhny put. It's like tough road. There is a kind of bodybuilders who's whining all the time about the road, about the way it being so tough, so difficult, and they struggle, they fight through the process, they are real hardcore, and they keep talking on that and keep whining. So like I don't think that it's only Russians who does that.
No, I mean
all the cultures do.
Yeah, it's kind of like a hardcore mentality.
But in a bad way, like when people go overboard, when they don't really have to do it.
No. But I mean, I think we all have tried it, and I got more benefits with doing things different ways. And a lot of people, like I know some friends of mine.
I think most people will do.
Yeah, I think so too. Like from experience, the people I worked with, like they had like coaches before tell you, oh, you have to cook your chicken in the water, so it's like less fat, or like you have to boil your chicken, for example. And heat it like with this, and just have like very like low calories, no fat, and that doesn't work. You need some fats, you need some other things. You need to enjoy the process, Then you have more energy in the gym, so then you push harder, so you burn more. It's just a different approach. You have to work with your body, not against it.
Okay, that's all for now. Thank you guys.
Stay
tuned.